Hello, everybody. What's happening? I'm the spaceman. And you know that already. So here I am. Anyway, I am smoking an interesting cigar here. It's actually pretty much would be known as a budget cigar, and otherwise known as a sleeper. Seems that way anyway. Don't you hate that? The whole ash cake just fell right on my seat. You believe that? Don't you hate that? I swear, we are our own worst enemy. But we'll get into things that we hate a little bit later. I'm smoking I don't know if anybody of you are familiar with, you got to be familiar with Nat Sherman, big cigarette producer. Came in a little fancy little clamshell boxes, little thin fancy cigarettes. For the elite, right? For the classy looking person to smoke. I've tried them before. Not one of my favorites, but anyway, they make handmade cigars. Unbeknownst to me. So I was down at the Tobacco Depot, and I bought 6, 7, 8 handmade premium cigars about a month ago. And guy goes, hold on, wait a minute, I got something for you. Go in the humidor and go to in the door, right to your left. There's a section, the $4.99 cigars. Grab one for yourself. You get it free. If you spend $30 or more on cigars, you get one of these or any of the cigars that are in that little bin there. So I put this in my humidor, and I figured, it looks like a crappy cigar, right? I'm not going to bother smoking that right away. I stuck it in my humidor, and it's been like a month. So tonight I decided I got $1 for a cigar, I'm sitting here, just ate my meal, and I went in there and grabbed it and fired it up. This thing is really good. It's a Fiero Tego Metropolitan Host Hampton Single. Say that 3 times real fast. So, Nat Sherman is now defunct. They're not around anymore. So, but they're produced by, they were produced by the Nat Sherman Company, and this was a closeout. And I don't know what the regular price on it, I can tell you what the regular price on it was. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says $4.99. So I think they went for something like $10. So it's a pretty good cigar. It's pretty good tobacco. So I'm going to read something to you from JR Cigars. It says, Hampton cigars are expertly crafted in Honduras using the finest fully aged Honduran binder and long filler tobaccos covered by a stunning golden brown Connecticut wrapper. This flawless, and I don't know why they've got the and mark there. They don't have the actual length. This is talking about, I don't know what the ring gauge is, but it's by 50. I don't know. I mean, the length of the cigar is not on there, is what I'm saying. And by 50 ring gauge, Churchill boasts a medium-bodied profile that provides smooth, beautifully balanced flavors of leather cocoa, spice, and plenty of natural tobacco sweetness. When I opened it, it was sweetened on the tip, on the cap. That is really good too. So these, I guess, came in an 18 count box, and let's see. Oh, the length is 7 inches. Of course, I told you the Connecticut wrapper, Honduras filler and binder. Wow, a box of 18 was $175. That's a good cigar, man. I think I got myself a little mini treasure here, right? I'll move the camera a little bit this way. I want to show you something. I just put this shirt on. Don't you hate it when you just put a shirt on and you're eating something, and a big glob of it just goes right down on the shirt and just boop, just ruins your shirt. You can't get it off. You're especially if you're out somewhere. You're trying to get it off. You take some of your ice out of your drink and wet your hand. You're trying to take it off, whatever, right? You can't get it off for nothing, right? I hate that. Any other time, if you were wearing, a shirt, and it was the end of the day, and you were a sweaty mess, and whatever, hey, never spill nothing on your shirt then? Don't you hate that? So, things I hate. I love this cigar, but we'll talk about things I hate. Things that happen that really, really burn my tail feathers. I used to love holidays. I still do. One thing I always hated, and I know you guys probably do too. So I still love the holidays, but I don't look at it like, oh, it's a boon for me. 4th of July is coming up. We're gonna plan this whole thing, this whole outdoor picnic, barbecue, fireworks. Or after the barbecue, we're all gonna drive down to the local fireworks and whatnot. And then rain clouds start coming in. You find out the weather or something, and it's like everything's changed, and the rain clouds are coming in, and it's just starts drizzling. And you're hoping it's not going to amount to anything. It's more and more and more and more and more. Starts pour up. Every 4th of July here in Florida, it comes a rainstorm. I could sit out here in the end of my driveway. Right at the end of my driveway. I don't have to go anywhere. The fireworks are right over here at the stadium, Tiger Town, where I don't know if it's the Blue Jays. There's a team that does their spring training over here. I don't know which one it is now, but just about every once a month on a Saturday, they'll have fireworks, or 4th of July. And you can sit right at the end of my driveway and just stick your chair right there, plant your ass in the chair, and sit back, have a stogie, have a pipe, a beer, and watch the fireworks. But no, a rainstorm's got to come rolling in, the thunder, the lightning, everything, and it doesn't stop. Don't get me wrong, I like thunderstorms, But when I want to see one, they never come. But every 4th of July, it's like clockwork, never fails. So, things I hate. Sit down to a nice meal. Perfect. Everything's perfect. You order a pizza. You got the stuffed crust from Papa John's. You got the big glass of ice cold Coca-Cola or Diet Coke, whatever your choice is. You're ready to sink your teeth. This pizza looks better than any other pizza you've ever. Sometimes there's pizzas or sandwiches that you can remember for the rest of your life. There's particular meals or cups of coffee or something that you always remember at that moment because they were magical. They were great. And you sit down to eat it. The phone rings. And you would think you could say, oh, I'm not going to answer it, but this little thing, I want to hear what this person's got to say. You get on the phone. Sure enough, they stir you up. They get you all excited about something they did or something somebody did to somebody you know. And it's like, so then you're like, I don't want to get into this drama. But you end up into drama and you end up, lecturing somebody and you're eating your food and you can't enjoy it. You're like, I can't enjoy this the way I wanted to enjoy it because this person called me with this drama. So yeah, the best thing to do is not answer the phone. That's true. But you know me, curiosity, right? So what else do I hate? Just happened a few minutes ago. The cigar ash, the ash cake. Man, I love to see just how long of an ash cake I can get on the end of a cigar, how well it was crafted. So I sit here and, let it go and let it go and let it go. And I was like, how long should I let this go, right? And next thing I know, I got the cigar over this way, get ready to get something. I move it over and it falls right there, right on the table. Here's this volcanic mountain of ash right in the middle of my placemat. And now you know how it is. You rub it with your hand and it's just going to rub all over the place like powder, that comes out of a fluorescent ball when it breaks. And you got to go over and get a wet rag or a wet paper towel and dab it up and get rid of it. Hate that. Hate that. What else do I hate? I hate it when I go out and I buy something or I order something through the mail, whatever. Off Amazon or eBay or a store. I get this thing, it's like, all right, let me give you an example. Follow me here, right? I got this I Am Corona Old Boy lighter. It's a gold lighter. I treat myself to something. I was in Tinderbox. They're gone. They're closed down. They were nearby here. Since very seldom I treat myself to something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was partially gold plated or whatever. It wasn't cheap. Okay. It's the best lighter I got. Take it out of the box and use it, right? Sitting there lighting my pipe with it. And, oh wow, this lighter's great. I really like it. You kind of attach yourself to the thing, You immediately identify and connect, make a connection to this thing. It's you, And then a mosquito comes. And I go like this, and something happens that's never happened before, It never happened since, and I don't even know how it happened. But for some reason, I loosened my grip at the same time I went like that. My lighter flew out of my hand and landed right on the concrete and bounced across the concrete. Oh, so I go over and I pick the lighter up and I'm looking at it, and there it is, right on top of the little flip up hatch, nice little nick, right in the gold part. I just feel like it's not the same now. Or I feel like that I did something to the lighter that's just, I don't know. It's not, maybe it's not as, the latch is not as tight or secure as it used to be. Maybe it's wobble a little bit. Maybe it already wobbled. I never checked it. So there was things about it. I said, well, was this always like this? Or did that always... I don't know, because I don't know. I didn't look at it before I dropped it. Man, I'm telling you, man. And it was like the second day after I had it or something, this happens. I was up in New York City back in 1985. I used to go to New York City a lot when I lived up in New Jersey. So I was at a concert at the Beacon Theater one night. I think it was Crocus, Accept, and Rough Cut. Rough Cut came. Anyway, during that day, the day of the concert, we were hanging out in the city, and I stopped by this electronics store, and I bought this little cassette recorder. They're especially made so they have a adjustable recording level on them. Back then, it was not as good as the digital stuff they have today, but it recorded really good. I was like, yeah, man, I can take it in the concert, record it, not to make bootlegs and sell them, nothing like that, but for my own personal, enjoyment, because it was a concert I was at. So I'm sitting in my seat. I got the recorder there, holding my hand. Accept is playing. All of a sudden, the security guy's coming around with the light on the end of the aisle, pointing it down the aisle. I guess these guys next to me were smoking some reefer behind me or something. He smelled it. Hey, put that out, put that out. And immediately, he shines the light on me. Immediately, I just, reflexes. I just put the thing down on the chair and just dropped it. Boom. On the concrete floor. He's like, what'd you drop it for? I already saw it. He never bothered, confiscating it from me or anything. Picked the thing up, looked at it. Well, it doesn't appear that it hurt it. I mean, I was on my way home on the bus later, back to Jersey. And I got the headphones, I'm listening to the recording, and I'm like, okay, this sounds good, yeah. But I wondered in my head if, when I dropped it, if it just slightly damaged something inside, or, some people say if it broke, it would have broke. It would have just not worked properly, or it would have just not worked at all, or you would have been able to tell. I'm like, well, what if it just damaged it to the extent where it just lowered the quality of it to a degree, and you can't really tell. And what if it doesn't last as long? And all this stuff starts going through my head about it. Always had that thing, and always thought about that after. Never left me, and probably didn't do anything to it at all. But this stuff always happens. It's like when you get a new pair of white sneakers. Every single time, nobody would ever step on my feet. I'd be out in the store, I'd have the sneakers. Nobody. As soon as I get a new pair of sneakers, new pair of shoes, I got people walking in front, stepping on my feet, right on the shoe, right on the sneaker. What's that all about? Right? I don't know. But I hate it. I hate it when you buy something like that and then that happens. I hate that. I'll tell you something else I hate. I hate it when I go to clean the litter box at night and I'm sitting out here for hours, or I'm doing some work in the kitchen or in the living, whatever I'm doing, right? My face is fine. Nothing's itching on my face at all. Nothing's going on like with my body. The minute I go over there to clean the litter box and get my hands in that mess and the scoop and everything like that, and I got my hands on the bag where I'm dumping the crap in the bag and touching the handles of the bag, and what happens? My nose starts itching. My mouth, everything's just itching. So I gotta wait till I'm done dumping it before I can scratch it. Let's try to go like this with my arm. It's a possibility, right? But you hate it when that happens? By the way, I think Ferio Tego is making this cigar now, the way I understand it. Because they still sell them on the JR Cigar website and probably a lot of others. So it's just Nat Sherman isn't producing them anymore because Nat Sherman is defunct. But I think Ferio Tego, whatever. I'm not sure though. I can't tell you for sure, but I know they're $175 for a box of 18. You know what else I hate? That I really hate? When I get paid, so I go to a place where I want to buy some stuff. Like I'll go to an online vendor to order some tobacco or a pipe or just a bunch of stuff, that I don't do that often. A week later, I get the stuff in the mail. And in the box, it says, there's a flyer in the box. 30% off your next order of $100 or more. Oh. Why can't it be the other way around? It just can't, right? Most of the time, it's just not. And then you get all these coupons. You get them in the mail, and you if you don't cut them out, you don't stick them in your wallet, and you stick them in your wallet, and you're out, and a lot of times you don't even remember they're in there. You forget they're in there, and it's like there it sits at your table with the pile of mail. I hate it when that happens. So, I could go on all night about this. There's a lot of things I don't like. Maybe I'll do a volume 2. What do you hate? What are some of the things that you really hate, that really bother you, that really get on your last nerve? Leave a comment below, or you could do a video response if you want. But hey, the cigar is great. It really is. Unexpected. Boy, don't you love, Neil? I should do a video talking about things I love. I love moments like this. Unpredictable, spontaneous moment where you go pull a cigar out that you didn't even plan on purchasing. You got it free. And it's just a spontaneous thing. It's on impulse. You go pull it out of your humidor. You light it up thinking, it's probably going to be an average cigar. And it ends up being one of the best cigars you've ever had. Moments like that I like. Last minute things. Like finding a rock concert in a magazine or that's going on, and you find it like 2 days before the show, and you get tickets at the last minute. Well, it used to be. Now it's like tickets are so expensive that that's another whole nother rant for a whole nother video. But so let me know what kind of things that really burn you up. I'll talk to you later.
Now when I see you with your slacks, get so low,